Today I'm going to explain to you about automotive alternator. This is very basic explanation for beginners or people who interested in automotive field. So this is not a deep explanation. This is just part explanation and what each part do. So let's begin. So every car has a alternator, and before the alternator there was something called DC generator, or you can call it dynamo as well. So back then a dynamo directly make DC current only, so there is no conversion or anything, directly goes to the battery through the regulator, mechanical regulator. But modern days these cars use alternator, and it's make alternative current, three-phase AC current. So why a car need a generator? So every car needs power for starting and for the electrical equipments like ECU and your engine system, engine management system, electronic fuel injection, your lights, your wipers, your AC, everything else. So that means the battery will drain because of usage of the electronic parts. But what will be the charging part of the battery? If it's using battery, so it should be get charged as well. So the charging part is done by the alternator. So alternator is connected to the engine via a belt and pulley. So this is the pulley that alternator is connected by a belt to the engine. This is the pulley. That's how the rotation transfer to the alternator. So this is the front housing, this is the stator coil, this is the stator coil, this is the rear housing. Okay, so we have the pulley connected to the belt, connected to the thing by a belt to the engine, and we have the front housing, and there is a bearing between this shaft, and this is the stator coil. This is the part that generate the power, three-phase current. That's why it's have three terminals. This one have delta connection, that's why it's have three connection. If it's have a star connection, it will have four connections like this. So this is delta connection because it's have three terminals. So this is the stator coil. So this is the rotor. This is the rotor. So rotor rotates between the stator coil. So this is the electromagnet part of the alternator. So this can be turned on and off by giving power to it and disconnecting power to it. So this is the rear bearing, will connect to the rear housing. So this is the fan to cool the alternator, and there is one more fan in the front, but you cannot see it through the housing. Both these fans for cooling the alternator, because when you're generating current, it also generating heat. So to cool the alternator, that's why these fans are fixed. So these called slip rings, these called slope poles, and these each pole make north and south polarity. And when you cut through, when it's magnetized and the magnetization cut through the copper wire, the electron will be pushed forward, and that's how current is generated. This is I simply just explaining what's happening. It's not theory, this is just simple explanation for regular people. So how we can magnetize this electromagnet? There is a coil inside, so coil need positive and negative to magnetize. So these two slip rings we call as slip rings, so connected via brushes, these two brushes. So positive and negative go through these slip rings through these brushes. So what is this part? This is called IC regulator. There is a IC and another electronic going inside this IC regulator. So there is two brushes as well to give positive and negative, so it can control the voltage of the rotor, electromagnetic coil, the rotor, and this will decide how much voltage it will give to the rotor. So there is connection in here, silver contacts, like connecting the diode plate and to the stator, and there is some connections coming to the engine harness like this. It's depending on the vehicle. Some vehicles getting ignition, direct power and lamp line, some vehicles getting ECU lines and direct power, It's depending on the manufacturer and the vehicle. So this is the IC regulator with brushes to control the rotor supply. So this is the rear housing, and this one also have the diode plate fix. Diode plate also fixed to the rear housing. So this is the diode plate. So this one have 6 diodes. So this is the this is the part that make alternative current direct current. So this part is one of the most important parts. So alternative current go through this and come out as DC current. This is the positive terminal connected to the battery, and the housing is grounded through the housing of the alternator. So this is the rear housing. It's coming like this. Battery positive. This socket will come through this one stays inside. So this is the engine harness connection. This is the IC regulator. This is the back cover, back housing. Yeah, that's how the alternator basic function and the parts. There's a little bit of different models as well, like water cooled alternators and slip ringless alternators like that. But this is the most common regular alternator you can see on the any car, van, truck, spectrum of almost all cars. Thank you guys. Please comment, subscribe. Please let me know if you don't understand anything or you need further explanation for each part. All parts can be checked individually and make sure it's working. So let me know if you need any more videos explaining how the alternator works. Thank you. See you in next video.